Co to znaczy świeży początek dla projektkarstwa?
It's a fresh start in the sense that we improved so much over what we did the first time around. We had a lot of interesting ideas the first time around. It was a new franchise, so we tried a lot of things. With Project Cars 2, we wanted to, of course, not just create a sequel, but create a whole new experience. So instead of just doing it's just another year, it's just another game, we wanted to create something that is truly uniquely a game on its own. So we spent a lot of time improving just about every single area of the game. We started off with the accessibility of the game, so the user interface. We reworked completely to make the game much more accessible. The gamepad handling, of course, we spent a lot of time on that. The career mode and how that works, the online stuff, all of the features we just improved. We added a lot of new features, and the features that were there we improved a lot. So it's like in all areas new and improved. And yeah, so it's a lot more than just a simple sequel. And we continue to do this now that the game is out. We've been getting a lot of feedback, both positive and negative, and of course we listen to both. The positive ones are like, good, we got that right. The negative ones are, we're sorry guys, we did what we could in the time we have, but we'll continue to work on it, and we keep on improving, and updates and new features and new content will be rolling out ongoingly.
Słyszałem, że jakby część finansowania to była zbiórka i chciałem zapytać czy gracze dali tylko i wyłącznie pieniądze, czy gracze też byli dopuszczeni do gry, do tworzenia gry?
Very much so, yeah. So our WD community is literally that, it's a world of mass development. So our idea was to do a lot more than just a typical Kickstarter crowdfunding thing. We wanted the people involved throughout the development of the title, because they're all keen motorsport fans, they all love racing games, and the more people we can get involved in helping us with that development while we're making the game, and not only once it's released, the better we know that we're producing something that these people want. So their involvement went all the way from, voting for key features, deciding on in various aspects of the game how we're going to approach the design on that, and then while we were in development, ongoing testing. So we delivered builds to them on a daily basis. So every day they would get a new build, and they would test and give us feedback on how it's progressing, how it's coming along, and also help us find bugs. And then of course just enjoy the game in general. So they had the benefit of that all the way along throughout development. And even now in post-release, they're still involved, they're still helping us. When we get a report of an issue from, a rare issue but serious enough to warrant paying attention to, they help us to try to reproduce these issues so that we can fix them and then as we develop updates for the title as well, we're pushing it to them first. They help us test it, and so yeah, it's been a very good process, and we're very happy that we've gone down that route with them. It's very difficult to put down one, because there are a good number of new features in the game and existing features from in the past. I'm crazy about our weather system. The way that we simulate it accurately, no matter where on the planet the track is an extremely detailed and accurate simulation of weather systems. And our whole anytime, anywhere approach in the design means that all of the weather works everywhere. So we don't have, as some other titles do, you have rain but only on 5 tracks, and you can have day and night but only on these tracks. Our systems work everywhere automatically because of how we simulate it accurately. And this includes things like how the moon and the sun moves and affects temperatures and so on. The lighting conditions, all of that is affected by that as well. Seasons, of course, in Project Cars 2 we have full seasonal sport, so if you go to the same track in summer or in winter, it looks very different. But it isn't just looks, we physically simulate that effect on the track itself. So the track temperature is different, the way that the wind operates is different. So it's an amazing system. And our rain system is an actual fluid dynamic simulation. So it's not just a visual effect. Rain literally falls in a simulation on the track surface, and it'll puddle up realistically where it would on the real tracks. If it falls on the dirt, it will absorb, and then it will saturate, and it will stream down, and just it's an amazing system. So that's just on our weather system, but it's this whole approach to authenticity that we've taken. And the reason why we do this is because we fully believe that the more authentic we make it, the more fun it's going to become, because real world motorsport is a lot of fun. So when we get as closer we get to the point of it being fully authentic, closer we get to the point of being fully fun. And at the end of the day, that's what we're doing. We're making a game, and we want people to have a great bunch of fun with it. We want people, and already they can do this. They can go into custom race, and they can select crazy conditions. They can say, I want to do a rallycross track with a Formula car at midnight in the snow, and just do crazy stuff like that. And it's all authentic. The simulation is authentic. The weather, the physics, all of it is accurately simulated. So you could experience what it would be like if you got to do something like that for real. So and then you can set up crazy conditions with motorsports. You can say, I wonder what it would be like if I raced with an Indy car against touring cars on Nordschleife, and then try that and see how it works. And you can just do amazing stuff because you have this sandbox experience that's all accurately simulated. So we're super proud of that. And for me personally, that's probably the biggest deal, that we can let people just have fun with these crazy, accurately simulated systems. As a team, we have professional race drivers on our team. We have 7 drivers that work full-time in the racing world, and they work with us to give us constant feedback on handling on the various motorsport disciplines. So we have people from the rallycross world, we have people from prototype world, Le Mans, we have people in touring car experiences and so on. So we have people, of course, like Ben Collins, who's driven just about everything on the planet while he was the Stig, and he still does as a stunt driver. So he gives us constant feedback as well. We have guys like Tommy Milner, who's current Pirelli World Championship champion. And then, Rene Roust. These guys are just incredibly experienced race drivers, and they give us constant feedback. On top of that, we also have access to many of the manufacturers' test drivers. So we work closely with them, and they test the cars for us in a simulation, and we work back and forth until they're happy that the cars are accurate. And then we ourselves also, when we get the opportunity and we make the opportunity, go and do real life racing experiences. I've personally done rally drivers training. I've spent time on racetracks with like the McLarens and so on, and it's just an incredible experience, and it gives us a hands-on experience of what it should feel like. And then when we release the title, we can with confidence say that we know this is what they actually feel like to drive. So and this hands-on experience is just, there's no replacement for it.